All right, how's it going, everybody? So today's video is going to be all about my first 3 weeks of peak. Before I get into that, I just want to reiterate that I do mock interviewing, resume help, and cover letter help. So the link to the form to fill out for that is below in the description. So fill that out, and then I will be getting in touch with you pretty quickly after you complete it. So yeah, so I'll dive right in. This will probably be like a relatively short video just because there's not a ton to say about it, but I'll try to give as much detail as I can. So peak started, I think it was like the last week. It was the week of Thanksgiving, basically, in November. We had one extra shift that we had to work. Since then, we've had to work 2 extra shifts. So for me, I work 3 nights per week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's my normal schedule, right? So on peak, everybody has to work 5 shifts. So for me, I'm working 2 extra. It could be a random Wednesday, it could be a random Tuesday, Monday, whatever the date is, it could be a Sunday. It's different each week. There's not a consistent schedule, right? So it makes the weekend like a little bit more challenging because I don't have consistent days off in a row, but we make it work. We're clearly exhausted, but it's good. But yeah, those are extra days. You're not compensated for it. I'm sure people were going to ask, do you get overtime pay? No, not as a manager. You're salaried, so you don't get any extra pay for it, right? But it's required extra time. So if you're interviewing for the job or thinking about applying, that's something really important to know if that is a make or break for you, right? But it is pretty cool. Like, honestly, there's so much volume going through, and the intensity of it right now is just at like a height, and everybody gets so much more. I don't know. It's just it's more fast paced than it already usually is. And it's just kind of cool seeing all that volume go through. The chaos is something that I'm not used to because that's not my last industry, and oil and gas didn't really have like a peak like that each year, really. But Amazon's just like blowing it out of the water. And it's also a really good bonding thing with you and the other area managers. You're kind of going through it together, and you can kind of release that stress and talk to one another about it. One thing that is also really cool is when you work those extra days or nights, whatever your shift is, one thing that's really cool is the extra nights that I work are obviously not my shift. So it's a different area manager and a different set of associates that are pioneering those shifts. And so what you do when you're working those extra nights is you'll go and you'll basically be extra help, right? So the operations manager who is in charge of the area managers over that shift will typically delegate you some sort of role. And if they don't, you pretty much just go and you take on whatever role it is that you want to do to help out that area manager in that department in general during your extra shift that you work. So you could be helping with like assigning labor, balancing the labor. It could be down stacking packages off of lines if there are jams, preventing the conveyors from moving. There could be any number of things that you do to just help out, and that's what you do the entire shift. The time does go by pretty fast because, in a sense, the core responsibility you don't really feel like it falls on you as much since you're there having extra help. So you really get to kind of enjoy those days to kind of soak in the way that the other area managers run their department and learn things from them that you can incorporate into your shift, or maybe sometimes you see things that you're like, it makes you feel more thankful that you have the people on the shift that you do. It's really cool. You see all of it, right? You see the good and the bad, and then the other area managers, when they work on your shift, they see the good and the bad with you, and you can communicate your styles to one another if you're both comfortable being open like that. So peak has been really good. It's been a lot of work. It's been something that's totally new to me. Like I said, it's only 3 weeks in. I'll probably make another video towards the end of it. My voice it's pretty much always shot just because there's so much talking and like loud talking that you do during work. But we're doing it. We're getting through it. We're staying positive. It's been really nice because a lot of the senior management at Amazon has been getting us like this, for example. Y'all got these like really nice North Face backpacks. So we love that. It's pretty cool. So we got those, we got some cool peak t-shirts, some cool apparel. And then each week they've been getting us a nice like catered dinner, which is a really cool surprise. So we love those things. It makes us, more motivated. It makes us feel appreciated. And it's just encouraging, right? you want to kind of stay positive, even though it's stressful. And the month of December, you really don't have that good of a work-life balance. Like you pretty much don't have one, honestly. But it is what it is. We're gonna do it, and just make sure that you keep your priorities straight. And if you have any questions about any of this, how it works, anything that you feel like I didn't cover that I could have, let me know. I didn't really sit down and like write out a plan for this video. I kind of just started and did the talking points that came to my mind that I thought were most important for somebody to know, like what I wish I would have known about Peak before going into it. But all in all, it's not bad. It's really cool. It's fun for the fast-paced environment. And yeah, like I said, my Instagram is @_Grant1995. You can always reach out, message me on there, comment below. I'll get back to everybody that I can. And that's it. So until next time, just keep grinding.